What's cracking, fam? Your boy T-Money down in the dungeon Saturday night. October 2nd, we've got the October vibes happening outside. It is cold, dreary, wet, rainy. The leaves are falling from the trees, dark, damp, October vibes. So yeah, figured it would be a good night to do an update. I got some awesome stuff to show you guys, so let's dive right in. First up, we have a pin from Rat Knife. Rat Knife's a pretty cool company. They put out some awesome pins, very exclusive. They sell out quick. I always try and get them, but sometimes I miss them. But yeah, grab this one. Kid Jason from Friday the 13th. Pretty awesome, pretty gross looking, but it's cool. I liked it. I love how they just throw the cabin in the back. All right, and then shout out to dboogie86, old friend of mine, old YouTube friend. He had made a post about loving this movie, so I went and picked it up. This is just the standard DVD edition. I actually got this from Target, of course, right after I ordered it, I find out Arrow Video's putting it out, and now Vinegar Syndrome's putting it out, so there'll be plenty of really nice editions of this one, but for now, this will do. Heard it's really good, though, just about like a maniac, kind of just murdering people during the last showing of a horror film in a rundown downtown theater, which sounds awesome to me, so yeah, the last matinee, excellent. Kind of like a Giallo slasher, I think, is what I heard. Alright, let's see. Lady in White, classic movie. This is the director's cut, UK version, so I think it's Region B locked, but pretty sure Scream Factory only put out the theatrical version. I could be wrong about that, but I picked this up specifically because I thought that it was the director's cut, and you couldn't get it anywhere else, so yeah, great movie if you haven't seen it, ghost story. Not really horror, but sort of. I mean, it is, but yeah, it's good. Lady in White, check it out. Let me see. Stashing movies everywhere because they're just falling everywhere. New one from Scream Factory, Masquerade, kind of like a modern slasher. Don't know much about it, but it looks to be pretty run-of-the-mill. Then we have The Vigil, which actually looks pretty interesting, like some sort of Jewish supernatural horror movie about this dude who, like, it kind of reminded me of, the synopsis reminded me of The Autopsy of Jane Doe, where this guy is kind of just his job is to stay overnight with this body, and then they hold a vigil, and obviously things go down. But it's got some good reviews, so we'll check it out. The Vigil. Then we have a couple from Shudder. We have Violation, which sounds pretty good, kind of like a revenge thriller movie, not so much horror, but it's got some great reviews. So new one from Shudder. Boys from County Hell, I can't wait to check this one out. Sounds so great. Vampire movie, and it's about this vampire basically that's disrupted when this construction is happening, and it disrupts the burial ground, and then we have this vampire. I think it's like horror dark comedy a little bit too, but it sounds good. I hope it's not too funny. I like more serious tone, but yeah, the vampire on the cover looks awesome, so Boys from County Hell. My coworker watched that and he said it was really good, so can't wait to check it out. Then we have Kino Lorber edition, Lucky Luciano. This is about the mob boss, Lucky Luciano. I'm not sure if it's probably loosely based on the story, but pick that one up. And then we have a couple from, shout out to You and Your Horror Movies. He's always buying like just indie, low budget horror movies, and he had made a post about these movies, so I went and grabbed them. Squatched, which is I guess it's a show. It's a season 1 limited edition. So bootleg. You can see where this is a concept media release. You can see where they actually like hand cut the fucking jacket or whatever. But that's okay. It's created by Sean Burkett, probably super low budget. I think he's the dude that did Don't Fuck in the Woods, and I actually really like that movie. So yeah, I love Bigfoot. I like that movie, so we'll give it a run. Still waiting on Don't Fuck in the Woods 2. I had backed that campaign like 2 years ago maybe, and I don't really know. I think COVID fucked it up, but I don't know what's going on with it. But yeah, anyways, Seasons Greetings, double feature. This is another one from Concept Media. Super low budget. 1 and 2. So it's Season Greetings 1, Season Greetings 2, and they're both like anthology films, super low budget. So we'll see. Haven't heard anything about that one. Alright, then I grabbed this a while ago, History of Horror. I enjoyed it, watched it. Pretty pretty interesting, and so they just released the second one, History of Horror Season 2, with the great Eli Roth. I like Eli Roth, honestly. I know a lot of people don't like him, but he's kind of like a hipster horror director. But I do love the original Hostel, and Cabin Fever is great. So, overall, I think I like most of his movies. But yeah, so documentary on Eli. I don't know why I just started talking about what I like about Eli Roth, but this is History of Horror Season 2, so cool. Then we have this awesome collection of the great Don Knotts, just hilarious, fucking, genius, classic American comedy. And I love The Ghost of Mr. Chicken. I actually have the standard Blu-ray. But yeah, wanted to pick this up because it's 5 films. Reluctant Astronaut, The Shakiest Gun in the West, The Love God, and How to Frame a Fig, and also The Ghost of Mr. Chicken. So can't wait to check them out. I haven't seen any of those movies except for The Ghost of Mr. Chicken. So cool. Don Knotts, classic. All right, then we have this one, kind of questionable, Shout Factory release. I don't really know. This virus plagues this town. It's like futuristic, and it's basically a bunch of survivors in this wasteland. So yeah, done a million times before, but we'll see. All right, then we have this childhood classic. Well, not childhood, but like early adolescence classic. My house was like the spot to come to when we were in middle school and high school because my parents were super lax about things, and so we would come and watch porn and just like Skinamax classics and stuff. And I just always remember Showgirls. It was a classic, and just being like mesmerized by the beautiful main actress. I think her name is Elizabeth Berkley. She's just gorgeous. So yeah, when Umbrella put this beautiful Sensual Cinema Volume 1 out, I had to grab it for nostalgic purposes. So that's super cool. Then we have the classic Clockwork Orange on 4K. I can't wait to watch this movie. It's been so long. It's such a crazy movie. Maybe eat some mushrooms and watch. No, I'm just kidding. But no, it'll be awesome to revisit this in 4K on my beautiful TV. So I'm stoked on that one. And then this, I've never seen the show, and I grew up loving G.I. Joe. Like, that was like my favorite thing in the world, going to KB Toys with my mom and dad and being able to, like, when I was sick, they'd always get me a toy, so we'd go to KB Toys in the mall, and I'd get to pick out a G.I. Joe, and I just fucking loved them. So I had to grab this. I can't wait to watch this Saturday morning, cartoon style. The original 95, the original series, 95, all 95 episodes. So just from the back, it looks so fun. I love cartoons, so I've been on a little like nostalgic cartoon kick lately. I forget what I grabbed recently, another full set of something. But yeah, super cool. Can't wait to check that out. And then I got a couple new titles from Mondo Macabro. I gotta say, I wasn't that stoked on this batch of releases. I always pick them up just if I can, because, the red case editions, they're collectible, and they're usually good movies, obscure. But these ones, I don't know. Human Animals, this just looks crazy. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like a sexual, futuristic, like, I don't even know. It's from 1983 Spain. Nuclear war has destroyed most of the world's population. Human Animals tells the story of 3 survivors, a woman and 2 men who wake up in a strange deserted landscape with no memory of their past lives and without the ability to speak. And let's see. The other man's very... The trio set off to explore their new home and find a rocky beach where they become under attack from a huge army of crabs. That sounds kind of cool. But I don't know. Just weird. Just weird. So it says you really have never seen anything like this before. And then we have... I'm kind of stoked on this one because it's got David Hemmings in it. I think he's in Deep Red. He's definitely in some Italian giallos and stuff. And he's good. Great actor. And yeah, so it says, it's called It's Nothing Mama, Just a Game. And it's basically a deranged David Hemmings taken after his father, who was like this sadistic womanizer, just like treated women like shit, which is obviously not cool. But I mean, it's a movie. So, I mean, to see David Hemmings, it says it's his most controversial role, which clearly from the synopsis it is. But it just sounds crazy. He plays games, tortures women in like this jungle, and yet he's the He's like an estate. I guess a bunch of people in this town are relying on their livelihood depends on work from his estate. So he's got some sort of like, it's like fucking what's his name? The Hollywood guy who's in jail now. I forget his name. Harvey Weinstein type thing. But meets Turkey Shoot, something like that. But yeah, he just plays games, tortures women. One of them escapes, and you've got like a wild dog on the back eating a woman. Just looks crazy. So, the wild side of cinema, indeed. It's Nothing Mama, just a game, starring David Hemmings from 1974. And I obviously don't condone womanizing and any of that bullshit. It's just crazy. It's a fucking movie. I don't know why I'm justifying it, but anyways, The Designated Victim, awesome. This is the third one. Actually, I don't really know much about it other than it has Thomas Milan, which is cool. It's from Italy, 1971, and it's just a crazy story about a dude who meets this count, and the count wants him to kill his wife, and he doesn't want to do it, but I don't know, this whole conspiracy that happens, and I don't fucking know. Sorry for that horrible synopsis, but 3 weird movies from Mondo Macabro this time around. I'm hoping October will bring something better. I think they just announced something cool, but yeah, so that's that. Then we have a couple Diesel hard boxes from 88 Films. We have Robo Tricks. This is from 1991. Batshit Asian Insanity. Probably some really cool action sequences, some good practical effects, and just an all-out ballsy fucking Asian batshit insanity movie. So that's Robo Tricks. And then we have Riccio, the story of Ricky, which is classic, Asian Hong Kong exploitation, I guess. But yeah, this movie's great. Great action kung fu sequences. Just some weird shit goes down. You guys probably know about this one, but martial arts goes to jail, and he's the victim of a corrupt system. He's found guilty of manslaughter of an infamous crime boss, and once he's in the jail, he has to fight for his survival when he's thrown into a world of enemies vying for his blood. It's based on the Japanese manga by Mashiko Tahaho and Tetsui Sarawatari. This cinematic adaptation follows closely in the footsteps of dramas like Brute Force, Escape from Alcatraz, and Scum from 1979. But of course it delivers its own distinct Hong Kong flavor. But that's awesome. Riccio, yeah. Can't wait to check that out. Another Asian movie, action movie, Duel to the Death. This is a new one from Eureka. I don't really know much about this one, but it says every 10 years a duel is held between the finest Japanese and Chinese martial artists to determine whose swordsmanship is superior. During the Ming Dynasty, as the next duel approaches, the chosen candidates are caught in the middle of a battle between ninjas and Shaolin monks. Only a duel to the death will settle the country's conflicts and stop the bloodshed. Known for his classic film, The Chinese Ghost Story. Okay, so it's the director of A Chinese Ghost Story. But yeah, this sounds pretty interesting, pretty awesome. Kind of sounds like Mortal Kombat a little bit. Stoked on that one. All right, let's see. We have the classic Hunchback of Notre Dame from Kino Lorber. Fucking can't go wrong with this. Lon Chaney, 1923. Yeah, just amazing. I read that this is like a multi-million-dollar production, which is crazy because it's from 1923. $1 million super production. So that's a lot of money for 1923. And it's presented in 4K for the first time or maybe not the first time. It doesn't say that. So by Universal Pictures. So cool. I love Lon Chaney. I love The Hunchback of Notre Dame. The Disney movie's great. It's just classic. So love it. Clue. Had to pick this up. This is just a re-release, I think, of the standard Blu-ray, so I don't know why I did, honestly, but great movie. And yeah. Now I have 2 copies. I have the original Blu-ray and this, which I think are like exactly the same. They just re-released it, so should have put out a 4K. I love, love, love this movie. If you have not seen Breakdown, I highly recommend it. Kurt Russell kicks ass. It's just so good. It's like a suspense, thriller, basically about Kurt Russell and his wife. They're traveling, I think, cross country, and their car breaks down, and this trucker picks them up, and everything is hunky-dory, and then Kurt Russell's wife goes missing, and he's basically desperately trying to find her, and it's awesome. It's like, not what you expect, kind of like, nice little twist. I love it. Fucking great movie. So that's the Paramount Presents edition. There's also an imprint edition, which is fine. All right, then we have a couple media books from Super Spooky Stories. This is Joe Estevez is in this movie. It's called The Catcher, and I don't know much about it actually. I couldn't figure out what year it's from. It doesn't say on here. It just says 2020, the year that this was produced, I think. But it looks to be some sort of like maniacal baseball player type movie. So if you guys know anything about The Catcher, cue me in. I would appreciate that. I've been collecting the Super Spooky Stories line, so. Alright, then we have a couple awesome media books. If you guys have not seen this movie, I highly recommend you check it out. It is The Comeback. It's like copy A, version A and B. Same movie, different covers. And I love The Comeback. If you have not seen it, I highly recommend it. If you love like kind of proto-slashers, hag masks. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Curtains, the killer in the movie, the mask that he wears is kind of a lot like Curtains. But I think this movie might have been from before that. I can't remember. But yeah, this is from Wicked Vision, but you can also get like the US Redemption Films Blu-ray. There's a version of that available. Highly recommend it. It's creepy. It's good atmosphere. Great killer mask. I love it. All right, and then we have. I picked this up just because it's like a movie. I've never seen it before, but it's obviously like highly regarded. 4K restoration of the film, 2 different ratios, 64-page booklet, art cards, Joseph Losey, and it stars Dick Bogard, The Servant. And it just looks like a classic, like, serious movie. But curious on it, so I'll give it a watch one time. It's from Studio Canal. And I picked up these 4 box sets, or 5 box sets actually. I don't know why, because come to find out, they've already released The Fog, all of these in like very similar editions. In fact, these aren't even, I don't think these are 4K. I think they're just 4K scans, unless I'm wrong. Quote, well, it says Ultra HD, so maybe the ones that I have are not Ultra HD. I have to look at that. But classic movies. These are the Studio Canal editions of Prince of Darkness, one of my favorite Carpenter movies. They Live, classic movie, obviously. The Fog, another one of my favorite Carpenter movies. And then Escape from New York, another great Carpenter movie. I have to say I like more of the horror stuff, so Escape from New York and They Live, I love them. They're great movies, but my heart is really with The Fog and Prince of Darkness. And of course, my favorite movie of all time, The Thing. And this is a bummer because this one was like uber limited or whatever. And I missed it. I missed the Zavvi exclusive. I missed all the boutique stores pre-orders. But I was able to snag a copy on Amazon. And what do you know? It comes completely fucking bashed up and destroyed. You can't really tell in the picture, but it's pretty bad. But, whatever. But I still am happy that I grabbed it. So, and I can't return it because they're no longer available. Unless they probably will reprint this one, I'm sure, because it was such a hot seller. But yeah, I don't know, man. Studio Canal re-releasing all these movies over and over and over and over again. I don't get it, but yet I still buy it. Sucks. It's part of the struggle of being a insane movie collector. But yeah, I already have the US 4K of The Thing. I have this, and then I have the standard UK 4K of The Thing, and then I ordered something else too. I think there's another The Thing. I don't know. Too many editions, but you can never have too many editions of your favorite movie. So I guess I justify it that way. All right, I've been talking a long time. I feel like I've been talking a lot. I don't think I showed you guys this, but this is classic Legend. This is a beautiful edition from Arrow Video, of course. You've got the booklet, the poster, keep case edition, hardbox. Super sexy, super durable. I always like to just slap that ass, just because they're so sexy. Jeez. But yeah, so good film. Been a while since I've seen it, and I can't wait to revisit it. I don't know why they didn't do a 4K, but watch, the 4K will come out next month. And then, last but not least, for this update, I have. Well, wait. So first, I want to show you guys this because I love this movie, and I don't want to even talk about how much I paid for it because it was stupid. But Jesse had one of them on his site, sold out. I didn't get it. I missed it. So I went on Amazon Germany and I found a copy of it, and I paid a ridiculous price. The shipping really is what made it really shitty. But yeah, I grabbed Ghost Keeper cover, I think A and B maybe. There's also so cover C and cover B. So cover A I still want to get, but it's like it'd be like $70 to get it shipped to me, and I just can't justify paying that. I was able to get these because I bought Crypt of the Vampire as well. So I bought all three of these, and so I got the shipping was only one number, but to have to pay, I just can't do it. $70, but I really want it. But yeah, so I love Ghost Keeper. If you haven't seen it, highly recommend it. Amazing atmosphere. I love it so much. Story of the Wendigo, and it's just a great atmosphere. I've talked about it before. I might have even showed those off in my last update. If I did, I apologize. I'm like senile, but yeah. So stoked on those. And then, of course, we have Vinegar Syndrome's last hurrah. I think the September titles. We've got Shallow Grave, Resurrection, which I haven't seen either of these movies. Devil's Story, which is completely batshit crazy. I can't wait to revisit this one. From what I remember, it's like totally nonsense. It doesn't make like any sense at all. There's a Nazi zombie tormenting a couple in like a French villa or something like that, and then there's like, I don't know, black cat, killer horse. Like it's just crazy. It doesn't make any sense. From what I remember, the director this is his only movie. There's a mummy, that's right, a mummy in it. It's just all kinds of batshit crazy, but I'm stoked. Can't wait to check that out. Then I love this movie too. Blades, classic trauma goodness, brought to you from Vinegar Syndrome, so you know this is going to be a kick-ass release. Another fun, crazy movie. And then, yeah, this sexploitation, I guess, Debbie Does Dallas. What Really Happened to Baby Jane. I don't know why I keep thinking this movie's something else, but I don't think I've seen it. And then, of course, this is so awesome. The Wnf Halloween Special, which is really good. I've only seen it once, and I remember it being like really like, it's kind of like Blair Witch Project, where it's like it's supposed to be real, and you kind of just feel like you're like, is this real? This has got to be really happening. But yeah, from what I remember, it being really creepy, and let me see if I can just read your synopsis. I love this one, so I highly recommend it. I'm just kind of forget it, but I did really enjoy it. It says, originally broadcast live on October 31st, 1987, the WNF Halloween Special is a stunning expose of terrifying supernatural activity that unfolded at the infamous Weber House, the site of ghastly murders. Local television personality Frank Stewart leads a group of paranormal investigators, including Catholic exorcist Father Joseph Matheson, and a prolific husband and wife team Luis and Claire Berger. Together, the experts explore the darkest corners of the supposedly haunted Weber House, trying to prove the existence of the demonic entities within. Did they find the horrific truth, or simply put superstitious rumors to rest? Compiled from the highest quality source material available, this Blu-ray features the full program, including original commercials that ran during the Notorious broadcast. So, awesome. For years, I had the DVD of this, and it was pretty rare, I think. But so happy that they put this out. It's awesome. I can't wait to watch this. Probably gonna watch this on Halloween. But yeah, definitely highly recommend it. If you haven't seen this movie, go pick it up. Absolutely, it's a must-have. And last but not least, we will close this video out with a beautiful media book starring the great Christopher Lee. What is it? I forget what this is called. The Curse of Dracula? I don't know. It's German. Jess Franco's Dracula. So, beautiful edition. I got the little lobby card there. And, yeah, I can't remember, actually. It's called, I don't know. It's got Klaus Kinski in it, Christopher Lee. I forget which Dracula this is, to be honest with you. But awesome. So cool. Cover C. I like Cover C the best. And if you buy these editions, you get If you like the first 100, you get like a lobby card that has like it's like a thank you, and it has like number 1 of 100 or something. It's pretty cool that they throw that in there, but yeah, really awesome. And the film is directed by Jess Franco. I think I said that. So, all right, I've been talking long enough. El Conde Dracula. I can't remember what the fuck this movie is called in English. But yeah. Anyways, I've been talking long enough. So you guys have a good weekend. Stay tuned for another update. I still have a bunch of stuff here I didn't even show, but I'm tired. Oh, forgot to show this. Children of the Corn. Classic. This is Arrow Video. It's got the first movie on 4K, second and third on Blu-ray, and a booklet. And I love Children of the Corn. I love the first 4. And then I like the one with Eva Mendes in it. It's, I don't know, like 5 or 6, or maybe even 4. But anyways, these are classic. It's got Urban Harvest, number 2, which was like, for years, the Children of the Corn 2 didn't have a DVD. I had bought a bootleg of it. And then now we've got, of course, 88 films, Arrow Video, putting them all out. But it's nice to have the first 3 in this set. I do love the first 2 movies especially. And yeah, 4K, Children of the Corn. Awesome. So that's Arrow Video. Alright guys, thank you for watching. You have a wonderful weekend, and I'll catch you very soon. Peace.